Hey everybody, welcome to episode 34 of Building with Sand. It is Sunday, February 24th, 2013. I haven't been playing Minecraft, big surprise. Woo. Not a lot recently, but I get a little bit of stuff done. We'll take a look at this right now. I was doing mostly work here on the courtyard. Nothing super special. I replaced all the dirt in the pool with sand because I think it makes it look cleaner. We did some different seating options around the area. And including one table. I'm not super sure how I feel about this, but I went with jungle wood because I think jungle wood has the most comfortable look. I don't really know how to explain it. I rarely never use jungle wood for anything but seating or tables or that. We have some palm trees and a couple of lights at the entrances, and then just torches. I didn't know. I thought if I put more lights around, it'd be a little too much. So I stuck with the torches, at least until I figure out what exactly I think would look best. We're not done here. I have some more things I want to do, but I need to do some material collection before that. Otherwise, that's gonna wait. So at some point, when I came over here and cleaned up this little area that I had kind of raw for a while and redid this staircase up to the grocery store also. You plan to have some sort of building here at some point. I was just killing a bunch of cows, so that's some extra beef. I needed the leather. Today, I don't know what we're gonna do. I haven't planned it out really. It's gonna be bazaar related, and I got this book, and we have 28 stalls in the bazaar, and I don't know what's gonna go in them. I already thought of 4: the carpet guy, the weapons guy, the armor guy, the books guy. I want to have a potions guy. I'm trying to think what else. I came up with the idea of a workbench guy. Like, where do workbenches come from if you don't make them? Well, they obviously come from the workbench guy, right? I was thinking we might have something like a redstone guy who had a bunch of redstone stuff. Maybe we'll have the bonsai tree guy. Like that. What else could we have? I'm trying to think. Let's go take a look in the grocery store. Maybe give me some ideas. I'm trying to think, like, what would you find in a modern bazaar or not a modern bazaar, or like people selling you random stuff? I'm trying to shy away from food because we have the grocery store, but I'm thinking we could do some things. How about we could have we could have the tobacco guy with his cigars and cigarettes and e-cigs like I have here. Also, hookahs and assorted objects. What else would be good? I mean, we're only at 9 out of 28. That's an issue. I'm not really sure. We could have, the furnace guy too, or the dispenser guy, the piston guy. We could have the guy who sells chests. There's got to be somebody who sells everything. That's like the way it works in the world. There's somebody out there who's willing to try to sell you something. It doesn't matter what it is, they will try to sell it to you. We could have a torch guy, or like a water bucket guy, or the lava guy. I don't really know. I'm trying to. We're at 13. That's not even half of what we need still. So there's an issue there. I don't know what to fill in all these things. I made the bazaar really big so that there'd be a lot of space for things, and it turns out that I don't know what should go into it. But I think I'm kind of getting some ideas from this, just trying to brainstorm it here. You could have an anvil guy, you could have... Oh, we could totally have like a bed ceiling guy. I don't know about that one though. You don't have a lot of space and beds are kind of big. One with the potted plants. The books is good, like... I haven't finished putting in axes. The explosives guy? Oh, that'd be a good one. The fireworks guy. I haven't yet to make any fireworks, actually. Oh, we could have a map maker. We could have a paintings guy. Getting there. We are getting there. We will make it to 28 things, even if I'm stretching all the way to like the guy who sells you switches or something, or differently colored blocks of wool. But yeah, I do want to do something today that isn't trying to figure out what needs to go in the bazaar. I don't have any plans for building though. I want to see what I have in terms of materials for building stuff. Okay, good. I want to try something too while we're here. Doesn't have to be here, but it can be somewhere over here. This weird idea of making something for the city, which probably won't fit, or just it'll look funny. Let's see. Just need it on sand so it looks, so it kind of looks right. There's a zombie nearby. Somewhere he does not belong. Question is, where is that place? I think the zombie is in the ground. Oh, I know where he is. Places. You know, I didn't think zombies spawned on Redstone, but apparently they do. Whoa. Weird frame lag right there. Okay, how am I gonna fix this? I think that's... Okay. Well, this isn't turning out anywhere near what I'd hoped it would. It would be... It had to be far too large to look like a cactus. It's just unfortunate. Maybe if I put it on top of a hill somewhere. Just out in the distance. I really don't like that we only have one type of cactus in this game, and you can't stack the cactus to look cool. Like, if cactus could be set up to work like wood, where you can bend it into shapes, I think it would look cool. Problem is, it doesn't... You can't put anything on the direct adjacent block to a cactus unless it's diagonal, which is unfortunate. And also, cactuses will automatically grow, so we can't have little barrel cactuses. I didn't play much of Tekkit, or even actually Feed the Beast. But I did discover it had some like tiny little cactuses, which I thought were awesome, in a different kind of desert biome. It was like a clay kind of desert. Interesting. I just wish we had more variety in our flora and fauna, for that matter. What I'm hearing is there will be no new mobs in 1.5, but there is going to be a new mob in 1.6, according to Jeb, who tends to make those kind of things. So we have something interesting to look forward to. I'm hoping it's a common mob, not something annoying like the bats or squeaky, and not something hard to find like the witches. They're really specific and just not worth it. Unless you wanted to like have a witch farm. I don't see the point. Now, I need to make something, but I don't know. I need to make some hooks. I don't remember how to make them, so I think I'm going to put that off for the moment. And we're going to go and do this thing, which I've been wanting to do. I wasn't actually planning to do this episode, but might as well take a look. Now, I want it kind of high. Oh, this is pretty good. Should have brought something other than sand and wood. We'll make do. So, what I want to do is have like a shade awning over the center of this area. It doesn't have to cover the whole thing. I might even put in more than one, but I want to have one up and then take a look at it and see what else should be done. I'm thinking I want to do red and white, which are two colors I think go well together. And they're also kind of desert, like, I don't know, for some reason red and white always reminds me of like for some reason it reminds me of bazaars or like tents that you would have if you were in the desert as some kind of nomad or something. I don't know how to explain what I mean. And that's exactly why my temporary construction tent is always in red and white. And then, see, what I was saying in my last episode was I was kind of wishing that there was like wool half slabs, because it would make it would be the perfect sort of thing for this kind of work, because it would just look better if it wasn't so thick. What I want to do is alternating red-white. I'm only going to do a couple rows and then we'll hop down and take a look at it before I get too involved in this. I might want to make it look more like sagging, make it look like it's sagging more or less. So I don't want to get too far into doing this. I also I have a lot less white on me currently. I meant to go get a bunch of bone meal before this episode and go to my sheep farm and make me a bunch of white sheep because they're all multicolored, but I didn't get around to doing it. It's okay. I can have enough to at least start this. And what I wanted the hooks for was to have something up that looked like it was pulling this up, although I think I had some up in a test world like that, and my wife said that she thought trapdoors looked better. Not trapdoors, gates looked better, which They kind of do, so I might stick with that instead. See what, not enough left. And the plan is to have it kind of hanging between, you know, the entire area of the pillars here. I'll go down and take a look at this. So I like it. I actually really like it. I don't know if maybe I should do it in wider bands. It might look better if I did it two red, two white, two red, two white, two red, two white, like that, instead of single ones. It looks a lot more like a flag like that. If I just did it in single color or thicker color bands, it would probably look a lot better. It also looks kind of funny right now without something holding it up, but that will get remedied soon enough once I actually really work on this. But see, I want to do it like this color. I'm thinking do something like this color, half or 2/3 of the courtyard, and then we could have like some smaller ones hanging maybe lower, around 2, or just like spread diagonally maybe, or something. I wanted to make it look like there's some kind of things hanging to give this area shade, but also not like darken the sky. That's something I definitely don't want to do. That's what I'll be working on in the future. I'm not going to finish it today. I need more wool. But that's also sort of a thing I want to do on the inside. I want to have like streamers, or certain kind of things, just, you know, just color here and there for no real reason. It could even be like flags or whatever, since the country's flag or color is you know, blue and orange. We could have a few flags or something like that. Places means I have to probably go back to my wool storage in the palace. I've thought about it recently, actually, doing a bunch of work on the palace. Something I haven't done really at all. In this LP, like in the series, I just showed it off as the first thing, and I haven't really worked on it because it's kind of incomplete, and there's things I want to do that I've been thinking of recently. The thing is, I'm kind of waiting for some new Minecraft stuff, and the funny thing is, I don't live in it, even though it's kind of supposed to be my house. I live out in the mountains in the distance. I don't actually live anywhere in the city as much time I spend here, and I feel like I ought to. And I think with the new patch coming and all the hoppers, I definitely have some work cut out for me. There's going to be a major overhaul in the way the pumpkin pie factory works, which is actually like my sort of main food source, even though I tend to eat baked potatoes a lot more. Once we get hoppers and things like trap chests, I'm going to do a lot of work and make the pumpkin pie factory a lot more efficient once that comes out. What else? Yeah, an idea I got was one of the YouTubers I watch, BOO, who's a big Minecraft YouTuber, had built this with the new dispensers. You can, or droppers, I think dispensers. You can dispense your armor onto you automatically now. So that'd be something interesting to do with the palace, because I've always wondered what I should put it now, like the house in the back of the palace. And you know, I'm thinking having like a huge walk-in closet where I could like have different kinds of armor to wear if I wanted to. Not that I'd probably ever use it, but it'd be interesting. It'd be something like, you know, the Sultan would have. So that's an option I'm looking at for when the new patch comes out, is to design something like that. Also, I am actually really looking forward to the new quartz blocks. that's something that I would like to really start using in the city. I think I talked before how I want to replace the white wool with quartz. It'll look a lot better. And if I can, I want to use it, you know, I want to use the quartz to refresh some different areas in the city. I think using it to line the bottom of like my pools would look good. Also, the actual pool, putting quartz in would look good. For the diving board, that's a necessity. And also working in, you know, maybe back here in the Sultan's house, maybe something worthwhile to do is use quartz back here, because it's kind of a it's an easy block to get, but it's not a very there's just getting it in large numbers is difficult, because you have to get 4 pieces of quartz to make a block. You know, and I still have no idea what in the top of the palace up here. Luckily we'll have the new light detectors, so it's hard to see because I really covered it up with wool, but I have a elaborate light detecting system up there. And it'll all be replaced by 1 block, which means this will be more efficient actually. Currently it's kind of slow. It'll work a lot better in the future. So I'm really looking forward towards the next patch, and I think I'm starting to slow down right now, Minecraft wise, because I'm waiting for it subconsciously. And I'm kind of just stalling for time because I don't really know what to do about the bazaar, things to put in it. We do have some options now, ideas now. I do have ideas, and I'm going to get around to doing that. Sure. Because I do want it done. I really do want the bazaar done. I don't want to leave it sort of done, like some of the projects I do, where I kind of like just stop working on them because I don't know what to do about them. And the tower, pretty much being the major point in this case. The bottom of it, I really don't know what to do with. There's not a whole lot of other stuff that's really unfinished. You know, the fort's done. There are a couple items I need to put in it. The grocery store is done. It just isn't completely fully stocked, but that's something that takes a long time. I never go caving, so I have yet to get around to finishing putting in all to giving, or maybe somebody can saddle my pig. But never mind, all the pigs are saddled, so I don't have to worry about that one. Oh, you know what pigs need to be saddled is the pigs at the fort. I don't have extra saddles. And I rarely go caving, so that's a thing. Eventually I'm going to tear this building down to cannibalize its sandstone, because unfortunately it is now irreparable. I will never be able to use that building again for what it was originally built for. Most things like the villages are just ongoing progress. I mean, we did the Sphinx, or the Crinks, and we did the Nubian Pyramid, which I haven't done the inside of that for. I haven't thought about it. I don't know what to use it for. I think I put something on the inside that just looked kind of like a sarcophagus. The museum is full. No, it's not. I'm missing 2 of these. That's something that comes with me doing enchantments. It's pretty much done. Not sure if I'm missing anything in the museum. We're waiting for the redstone block, and one day the coal block, if that ever happens. I do need some more exhibits in here if anybody has any ideas. I need to put something up. Oh. If we ever get a coal block, I'm going to put a fully formed block of material in here with each one of these, because we're getting the redstone one. We'll just be missing the coal one, which is dumb. But I don't feel like I've left really any projects completely like abandoned. Just some aren't as fully fleshed out as others. But those kind of things I think feel like they come with time. As things get added to the game, that they'll get put in. And things like upgrading the villages, it's just, you know, it's things I do and when I need something to do. And expanding the city, that comes, you know, as we finish builds. Looking at the bazaar from an overhead view, or just from a distance, it is probably the most elaborate and interesting looking building in the city. Yeah, a lot of the other buildings are very flat faced, including, you know, the wall, or they're very they're, I don't know what the adjective would be, pyramidal, you know, but this one is very different from that. Maybe we can get a good bird's eye view. You know what I think would look good in here is quartz. Doing some kind of quartz inside this building. Look good. Also very much looking forward to... Uh-oh. That's a problem. I have forgotten to put all the stairs or ladders up in this building. I don't need to go all the way up. We're kind of out of full viewing range, but get a good idea of what the bazaar looks like from above. And it has a very different look from everything else, with its many arches and domes. I like the way it looks, and I think it's something to strive for in a lot of future builds, is having things look a lot more elaborate, a lot more architecturally interesting. You know, the Pumpkin Pie Factory, which is one of the older buildings in the city, is very plain looking, but I made it specifically to look like a factory, so there's no complaints there. But so I'm hoping by the next episode to have collected a lot of the items to put into the bazaar or whatever else. I mean, we have leather now and a bunch of wood. My plan was to make some I wanted to make some item frames. I just kind of need to figure out still exactly what needs to go where. If anyone has any ideas of kind of merchants, peddlers, and mongrels to put into mongers to put into bazaar, you let me know. Any cool ideas of something I can do to add a little bit of life around here? I mean, I would love to put in villagers, but I'm certain if I shipped them over here, they would freak out, and most of them would live inside the back of the grocery store or die to zombie attacks or something, even though I tried to avoid having any sort of monster spawn anywhere in the city. We don't have the wall up yet, so they do tend to come from the deep forest over there, deep dark forest. Anyway, I'm just gonna end it here, a little bit shorter than usual, because I'm, as I've been talking about, having a very serious creative block going on. But hopefully somebody will give me some ideas, and I'll see you next time for more Building with Sand.